Minty Jones in space.
Hello and welcome to Minty Jones Gaming. Yeah, Nanu. No, that's not. I'm completely cross-referencing two different sets of media there. Don't worry about it. Welcome, Minty Jones Gaming, playing Space Engineers on the Nidd Whitelisted server, Series 3, of which I played in the second. Didn't take part in the first. I was not part of the Nidd then. But this is obviously the first series with planets, which is pretty exciting. There's a few of us playing this server. We've got our planetary team, the ground pounders, I think Nordic's named them, the Terrans, I think Anubis has named us, the douchebags, that's my name, no it's not really. But this team comprises of myself, Anubis, Apple and Nordic, and up in space, up there, somewhere up there, I don't know where they are, what direction, is our spacefarers, the belters, and that team comprises of Boris, Sal and Spider-Man. And it's only been a few days since the server started, maybe a week. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember. But so far we've made zero progress on ground, whilst I am under the impression that the chappies up in space, the chaps and chapesses up there, have made a great deal, a great dent in the matter of gathering resources and actually building a mini station and some ships. One of which is over there. That's Spider-Man's lander. Apparently he made it to Earth safely last night. If you watched the first episode, you'll have seen my perspective, which was the running man, or Forrest Gump in space. Because my planetary lander landed halfway around the planet. Whilst Apple landed here, Anubis landed elsewhere as well. And so we were split by the time we got here. I wasn't very good at flying a ship in the atmosphere, unfortunately. Here's a medbay over here. I think that's, I don't know if it's been hit by a meteor or passing pirate drones have shot at it. I think the pirate cargo ships have been switched off for time being because they were littering the surface. They were crash landing on the planet quite readily. And it's this fact and a collection of crashed planetary landers nearby over in these points here that have given us our initial set of resources, of which I have been grinding down over the past few days and gathering, and I've managed to put together a little rover. I did make a video last night, but yeah, it just didn't go so well. Yes, it was more so my driving of the rover, or my misunderstanding of the suspension settings in Space Engineers, that made me repeatedly destroy the rover, or rather the cargo container on the rover, and have to rebuild it again and again and again, get quite frustrated. But I finally managed to get something together, this little thing here, which I'm going to redesign now, actually. So, I mean, it wasn't that interesting. Got a little bit of hydrogen. It wasn't that interesting, this build. So I've gone into creative, designed something up of a little bit more aesthetic, pleasing to the eye, and I'm going to go ahead and build that now. So our base over here, you can see it's, Boris made this initially for the start of the game. It's double armor blocks, got a med bay, reactor, and this malfunctioning Gatling gun there. I think that's the Gatling gun anyway. This is Nordic's initial, because Nordic of course is so well honed at flying. He managed to land very close to the base, and he's already ground down and remade a ship, which is quite nice. Nordic the Pro. So in building rovers, I haven't had that much experience. Well, we've done a lot of creative building in planets, and planets is a whole different kettle of fish. It's an interesting place to be. It's got all of its own issues, one of which is the ground, the undulating geography or topography of the surrounding area, and driving over that. That's what's caused me a few problems, because I've been trying to rescue these components that I've ground down far away in the hills over there, and driving up hills and parking and braking and driving up slopes and things like that. I've caused issues, to say the least. So I've done a bit of research. I've looked at the best settings I can. I've designed my rover in creative, and I'm going to continue with it here. I've got a little picture over the other side there, of which I've covered up some of. See, this is one issue. You can see as soon as I ground that off, a little roll started. So this will be in danger of rolling down that hill, but luckily they're gentle hills around here. The places where I've been rescuing all the resources have been a bit more rugged. The terrain's been had a lot more holes and potholes and things like that. So I'm actually going to now, if I can think of, am I going to be able to put? But I've got to watch the wheels. As you can see, they actually go into the ground. So let me bring my toolbar up. Let me switch off some of these GPS coordinates that we don't need to see for the time being. Oh, I might have been able to do them all at once, can I? No, you can't do them all at once. Move. Why can't I move? Jetpack off. Oh, I've used up all my hydrogen already. I had my jetpack on the whole time. What an idiot. Yeah, so if I try and replace this wheel here, hopefully we're not too... You can see there in the middle of the screen we've got a mod incorporated, which is a build info mod, which shows you information in regards to the components that you're placing. I'm going to try and put that here. It's not letting me, which is a tad annoying. Now, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to deal with this? Good question. Good question. Because I built this originally on a platform, a solid platform. See, I can place that one there because these wheels aren't clipping through the ground, but the wheels on the other side are clipping through the ground. If I can maneuver this onto a platform, I should be able to. Let's build this platform out here a little bit more, and I'll drive up onto it. That's probably the best way we can deal with this. I think this is wide enough to house this vehicle. Whoa! Watch out! Don't bump it; it'll roll all the way down the hill. In we go. So this is just a remote control block. Of course, we started in the dark. When I started recording, by the time when I started the game, it was daytime. By the time I set up my recording, it was nighttime. It's Murphy's Law. Remote control and control. And I'll switch on. If I go to the remote control, I'm controlling it. Seem to have lost my toolbar stuff. It's a little unfortunate. Just want to switch the lights on. That's all I want to do at the moment. Where'd it go? G menu. Yeah, lights. And toggle block on and off. There we go. Whoa, that's quite bright. It's quite bright. So third person. And parking brake off. Off. There we go. Working. Yeah, I like putting 6 wheels in this just cause. It's a little bit different from a 4-wheeled Rover. Gives it a little bit more to work with. And plus the new design that I've got quite likes the 6 wheels, because the middle wheels I'm going to place slightly differently. Yeah, so I've done a lot of research. We'll get up there. A lot of research. Oh, brake. No, turn slightly. It's very finicky. Driving on planets isn't perfect by any means. Straight brake, parking brake. Look at that. Oh, it's not bad. Gotten a little bit better. So now this should enable me to place these wheels on either side without much hassle. Yep, lovely. Just can't see if I've got that the right way around. Don't know if I have. I might widen this out a little bit more so I've got some standing room on it. 2, 3. Don't want to use too much of my resources. Put them there, that'll work. You can jump up in that. Yep. Great. Okay. Yeah, so it's a little bit different from the last Nidd server. My building on the last server was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Is that the right way around? Yeah, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might... I was thinking of lengthening this slightly. 1, 2, will it go there? Won't place the wheel though. I might have to take this other back wheel off. Lengthen the Rover. Let's take that off for the time being. Place you. Oh, how many blocks wide? Let me pop out. Oh, daytime's coming. Great stuff, great stuff. So let's try and get as much done as we can in daytime. I can switch my light off. It's not quite dark. It's not quite light enough yet. But nothing in here. Nothing in there. I can grind this down. Got enough room in my inventory. I need a little bit of a ramp to get up here and reach my vehicle. And this is another part of build. Whoa, that jumped far too far. This is another part of building without the ability to use a jetpack. You've got to, you know, build a bit of scaffolding around the building or the vehicle or the structure in order to be able to ensure that you can reach all parts of it. And let's just grab the uranium out of here and grind down this. Uh-oh, where are you going? Oh shit. See? Already there's issues. Alright, well, it's not going any further, but we're going to need to get it back up. Are any of the wheels touching the ground? I think these back ones are, so we should be able to. Alright, well, we can continue. These are the little things that get a little bit niggly. Right, I've got my uranium out there, I can grind that down. Or can I? We're still seeing a few bugs and glitches. The Space Engineer is by no means a perfect game yet. Sometimes you go into third person, crouch, and grind. See? For some reason that works. Yeah, still by no means is Space Engineers without its bugs and glitches. There is plenty of them. Put a big reactor on, a large reactor on here. As close as I can to that. Let's see how much stuff I've got. Need 7 metal grids. Oh, that's a lot of reactor components. Don't know if I've got them. I don't know if I've got them to hand. 79 there. I wonder if I can get away with smaller ones. Don't really know. I don't really know. Well, let's have a look. If we, and this is where the build info mod should come quite in handy. We go with 6. So power output is 300 megawatts for the large reactor. The small one's only 15. Does it tell me how much power I need for my wheels? Requires power 2. See, that's not much power. But I'm going to use some thrusters in this actually to keep it essentially stuck to the ground. So thrusters. Where are you? I'm still very guilty of not using the search on this thing. What does this require? For blah 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 blah. Oh, listen, we should get away with maybe 4 small reactors. And that's certainly, I've certainly got the parts for that. Let's try it, because I don't want to waste materials on a planet. It's essential to be well, not made that. It's essential to, you know, be sparing in your use of. Oh, how did I get up there before? Oh god! I'm gonna take a run and jump off of this. Run and jump. Yep, that works. Yeah, you have to be quite sparing in your use of items, especially when we don't have them. We're gonna have to start drilling, unless the guys upstairs can deliver us some resources, which I think is the plan eventually. But for the time being, it is not. We've still got things like invisible blocks, which are an issue as well. I haven't encountered them yet, but I probably haven't built enough. Oh god. Critical oxygen. Keep forgetting to take my helmet off. Every time you respawn on the server, you start your helmet on, and on Earth, that's not the best of ideas. Obviously, because you suffocate. I've got no oxygen here yet. That's going to be our next biggest thing in the base, is to get some oxygen up and running. Now, how long did I make my... excuse me while I look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Pretty sure that's 12 long. How long have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can count properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. So I'm going to have a large cargo container sitting pretty on the back. I think that's right. It should be right in line with that, because I can't put it any further back. Yeah, let's stick it that way. Is that hanging off? It's hanging off. Don't want it hanging off. It's going to take a little bit of toing and froing for me to get this exactly right. Oh shit. Well, is that going to go any further? Don't you dare roll down that hill. Yeah, gravity. Good old gravity. Pain in the arse. Should just turn me into a better space engineer. I was spoilt before in space. I realise that now. Okay. Let's try and get the basics done. What's that leaving? Swiveling even more. Aye, aye, aye. I don't know why it moved forward initially. She's down, Captain. That's alright, that's alright. I don't need to get these extra wheels on yet. As long as you stay there and don't move any further. Right, there. Where are you go? Where are you going? You just gonna go there? Good. A pothole. Never have I been so happy to see a pothole in my life. Perfect. Let's just go forwards then, shall we? Don't want to push my luck. Driving in the dark's been one of the main things that's caused me most of my hassles. I don't advise anyone drives in the dark in virtual or real life, where there's no street lamps or indeed any civilization whatsoever. You won't be able to. You won't be making a new civilization very quick by driving in the dark. Alright. There's no moonlight in this game either. I'd like them to configure some moonlight, guys. There we go. Bonk. Again. Are we straight? Brake on. Hooray. Now, if I'd been skillful enough at the start, I would have thought of that, but I wasn't. I was a slight idiot. Well, what? Excuse me a second, just to see if that was anything. And this is it. Off of here. That's a good start. That's a good start. Alright. Let's get rid of that group. All wheels, and we'll change our settings. Not even going to change them by 1% with what I've tested. 60, 11, 32. So you can go to 32. That's right, I'll keep the speed limit 60. Alright. So it seems that I can decrease my height offset. You can see them by my silhouette there. You can see the front of my vehicle moving up and down as I change the height offset. But the back's not moving. Now I've taken the cargo container off, so the back is actually lighter than the front at the moment. And I've got no idea why I wouldn't be able to control the height offset. A little bit confusing. Ah, something to do. There was no strength. There was no strength on those wheels. We're cooking. We're cooking with gas now. Shall we have a little drive? It's looking pretty good. A lot more stable, especially those middle wheels with a wider axle on them. That seems to work quite well. Okay. I'll stop you here. Here. Wonder how the brake works. You see, the biggest problem that I still haven't sorted is the rolling. You can see that we're still moving here, even when I put the parking brake on. You've still got some movement down the hill here, and I think it's all got to do with the particular gradient and slope. The higher the gradient, the more roll you're going to get. There's no true parking brake. I think the only way to cope with that is by fitting some pistons on the sides and lifting it when you don't want to go anywhere. I think that's probably the best idea. Pistons aren't brilliant. They're a little bit more stable. I'm not willing to try them yet. I'll try them in creative before I'll try them in this. And again, they still might explode. I just don't know. So what we'll try and just do though, let's just park it here. It looks relatively safe. Are you rolling? See, it's still, as soon as you exit, the rolling becomes even more pronounced. So you've got to get back in, you've got to jump in the remote control. And you can see as soon as you do that, it stops rolling. It is a strange thing. Oh, be careful. I suppose I could park it there. Okay, well, there she is. Haven't got a name for her yet. Well, there's a couple more bits and pieces that you put on there. I need to put an antenna on, a couple of little bunny ears. Call her the bunny hopper. The Randy Bunny Hopper. I think that will be our name. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way that's gone. Thanks for watching. Next time, I should have rescued most of the stuff from the scattered cargo bits and pieces that are around, and we should have some oxygen and things like that. I'm excited. I am excited. Anyway, join me next time, the next episode, to see where we're at. And thanks for watching. It's been Minute Jones Gaming. See ya.